Part two on the review of the Air Force Survival Handbook, and there's some very important issues we're getting ready to discuss. But please, if you haven't seen part one, go back and check it out first before you watch this segment. So on to the rest of the air crew survival put out by the United States Air Force. Okay, travel techniques and using a makeshift compass to be able to get the sun, knowing which direction you're going, even using your watch. But it also goes into using stars and celestial aids on how to find your way. Then there's also a section on using the compass. So if you have a compass, you can use it to get through settlement areas that you don't want to be seen, triangulation and getting around certain places that you need to without losing your course, triangulating without a compass, getting around enemy positions or obstacles and staying on course, just different traveling hints, even flotation systems. Just a bunch of different ways getting across water, even in snowbound areas. So just an excellent source, a resource. How to travel with your feet, being careful, knowing how to move on ground, watching your feet, your foot positions, dry climate, wet and hot climates, open seas even, if you live near the coast, how to do even sail construction. Just a lot of great information. Okay, very important part here is sustenance, water procurement, where to find rainwater, how to trap it. So many different ways to do it, even using snow and a lot of other things that you could use to find water, even in more tropical climates, using trees, using bamboo, where not to dig, like where the oceans or swamps, different ways. Also a primitive water filter, which I think is really neat, and how to build that. Okay, food procurement. This is really a neat section here about the sources of animal life, what you're looking for, how to find them, fresh droppings and tracks, then fish locations, different ways that will help you to find fish quicker. Also making all kind of different traps, making weapons or hunting implements, how to funnel the animal into a certain position. Just a lot of really neat things. Animals to avoid, plants to avoid. These are things that you need to be careful of, because if you get sick on the trail, it's going to make things a lot more difficult. How to clean preparation of foods, how to clean and butcher small animals, the preservation of food, sun drying, smoking, a lot of different things. Now, here we have induced conditions, which nuclear, biological, and chemical. And these are just just things about if you're on the go and something happens, what to do in a nuclear condition, some of the ways to find shelter, some of the things you need to watch out about, in a radiation shielding, just different things, how to filter things. It's really just very detailed. Biological conditions, what to watch out for, and chemical conditions, and being able to detect those chemical conditions even from plants and knowing what's around you. Now, one of the most important parts to me, though, is the very end, and it says the spiritual survival checklist. And this is to kind of get your thoughts together. When you're out there by yourself, you're in a stressful situation, it's just great to remember. It says, remember, you're not alone. God is there. And you want to pray to God for your health, strength, wisdom, and rescue. And try to remember some scripture verses, and try to remember things that helped you. Because you know what? You are a person. You are a valuable person. And you need to keep your mental state intact. Stay strong. If you're mentally strong, that's your best weapon. That's your best tool out there in the field. It's when you give up and you just kind of sit down and you just don't do anything is when you're most vulnerable. Well, that concludes the Air Force Survival Guide Handbook. But one thing that I want to mention that's very important. These pilots that carry these books with them, before they ever get into a cockpit, they go through extensive survival training using a lot of these techniques. It's very important that you also, as a civilian sheepdog, patriot, that you take these books and you make them into projects and you begin to learn how to use this bushcraft. It's very important. And then in a stressful situation, you can look and you say, you know what, I've done that. I can do it again. So I just highly recommend this book. Again, they run about $10 on Amazon or eBay. and it's well worth your money. I would personally buy a couple of these, and then there are others available, but this is a really great book to have. So long live the Republic. God bless. Please subscribe.